Assalamualaikum and greetings everyone. My name is Abdul Hafiz bin Haji Ibrahim. So today I will presenting a fascinating communication theory known as cultivation theory. This theory explores how media, especially television and social media, influence our perception of reality over time. I hope this presentation will provide valuable insights that help us understand how media shapes our worldview. Okay, let's start it. Cultivation theory is a mass communication theory developed by Josh Gardner in the 1970s. It explores how long-term exposure to media, especially television, shapes people's perception of reality. The theory argues that the more time people spend consuming media, the more likely they are to believe that the world portrayed in media reflects the real world. Gabner research focused on the effects of television violence on viewers, but the theory has since been applied to various aspects of media, including news, entertainment, advertising, and social media. Key concept of cultivation theory: long-term media exposure. Unlike other media theories that focus on immediate effects, cultivation theory emphasizes the gradual and cumulative effects of media exposure over time. It suggests that people who consume large amounts of media may develop distorted perceptions about the world, often aligning with the narrative present in the media rather than actual reality. Example: a person who frequently watch crime dramas may begin to believe that crime rates are much higher than they actually are. Heavy viewers versus light viewers. Gabner classified television audience into two categories. The first, heavy viewers. People who watch television for 4 or more hours per day, they are more likely to be influenced by the media portrayal of reality. The second, light viewers. People who watch television for less than 2 hours per day, they are less affected by media influence and are more likely to perceive reality accurately. Example: a heavy viewer of political news from a biased channel may develop a strong belief that a particular political ideology is superior. Okay, mean world syndrome. This is a phenomenon that people who consume a large amount of violence media develop a high tension of fear and mistrust toward the world. They tend to believe that society is more dangerous than it really is, leading to increased anxiety and suspicion. Example: a person who watches a lot of crime reports and violence movie may believe that violent crimes is a daily occurrence, even if crime statistics show otherwise. Resonance effect. The resonance effect occurs viewer personal experience match what it is shown in the media, strengthening the cultivation effect. This means that media message have a stronger impact on those who can relate to them in real life. Example: a person who has experienced a burglary in real life and frequently watch crime-related content may develop an exaggerated fear of crime. Message system analysis and cultivation analysis. Message system analysis, a research method that examines themes and patterns in media content. Gebner used this approach to analyze how television portrays reality. Cultivation analysis. This examines the long-term effects of media exposure on audience perception, focusing on how media consumption shape their belief about the world. Example, if 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 most TV program depicts wealthy people as happy and successful, frequent viewers may believe that being rich is the only way to achieve happiness. Okay, studies and examples of cultivation theory. Gebner's original research. Gebner conducted a study on television violence and found that people who watch a lot of TV believe the world was more violent than it actually was. His studies reveal that heavy viewers were more likely to overestimate crime rates, the number of police officers, and the level of violence in society. Modern application on cultivation theory. Social influence. Constant exposure to the edited lifestyle on platforms like Instagram and TikTok may make people believe that their life are less exciting compared to others. News and political bias. Watching biased news media over time can influence a person's political opinions, making them align more with the views promoted by the media outlet. Stereotypes and gender roles. Media portrayal of gender roles can shape societal expectation. For example, if TV show often depict if TV show often depict women as caretakers and men as breadwinners, people may internalize these traditional roles. Criticism of cultivation theory. Other influencing factors, critics argue that personal experience, education, and cultural background play a more significant role in shaping a person's perception of reality than media alone. Example, people who grow up in crime-free neighborhood may not be as affected by crime portrayals in the media. Media fragmentation. When Gebner developed the theory, television was the dominant form of media. However, today's media landscape includes social media, streaming services, podcasts, and online content, making media influence more complex. People now have more control over what they watch, reducing the uniform influence of media. Individual difference. Not all viewers interpret media in the same way. Some are more critical and aware of media bias, while others may accept media message without question. Example, a media-savvy individual may recognize that a news report is exaggerated, while another person might take it absolutely true. Real-world application of cultivation theory. Marketing and advertising. Companies are used to shape consumer perception. Repeat exposure to advertisement can cultivate brand loyalty and influence purchasing behavior. Example, constant exposure to luxury brand advertisement may make consumer believe that owning expensive product is a sign of success. Political influence. Political parties and governments use media to shape public opinion. Repeat exposure to certain political message can influence voting behavior. Example, A country with state-controlled media can cultivate a strong nationalist belief among its citizens. Then effects on children and youth. Young audience are particularly susceptible to cultivation effect because their understanding of reality is still developing. Example, children who watch violent cartoons frequently may become desensitized to aggression or belief that violence is an acceptable way to solve conflict. Okay, next we go to last chapter about the conclusion of this theory. Cultivation theory suggests that long-term media exposure can shape people's belief, attitudes, and perception of reality. It is especially relevant in today's world where people consume media through various platforms, including television, social media, and digital streaming services. Understanding this theory helps individuals become more critical of media message and develop media literacy skill to difference between reality and portrayals. Final thought: while media is a powerful tool in shaping perception, it is important to approach it critically and be aware of its potential effect on our worldview. That's the end of my presentation for the video proposal on communication theory for the postgraduate program at the Faculty of Communication and Media Studies, UITM. I hope this presentation has provided valuable insights into cultivation theory and its relevance in our daily life. Thank you for your time and attention. Assalamualaikum.